This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Chris Ledeen. Here's a look at your top headlines on this Monday, July 22nd. President Biden will address the nation at some point this week following Sunday's news that he is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. In a letter posted to his social media account, Biden said he believes stepping down was in the best interest of his party and the country. Biden is endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris to be the presidential nominee for the Democratic ticket. In her own statement, Harris praised what she called Biden's selfless and patriotic act and said she intends to earn and win her party's nomination. Former President and Republican nominee Donald Trump is also reacting to the news. In a post on Truth Social, Trump says Biden was, quote, never fit to be president and the country is suffering because of it. In a follow-up post, he said if he can't run for office, he can't run our country. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer calls the president a great public servant whose work will go down in history. She adds that she will do everything she can to get Democrats elected and stop Donald Trump. Many Arab Americans in Michigan pushed back on the president's policies on the Israel-Hamas war. We spoke to an Arab American political activist about the impact those voters had on the president's decision to drop out of the race.
Make no mistake, the uncommitted movement and the people who led that movement and all the activists who have been saying that Biden's support for Israel is a non-starter in this election, they get credit for what happened today. There might be other things at play, but Biden losing support from these key communities over his stance in Gaza weakened him.
In other news, Metro Detroit is mourning the death of a Melvindale police officer. Mohammed Saeed was shot and killed Sunday morning after responding to an incident on Clarence Street. Details of the shooting have not been released. Police are still looking for the suspect, 44-year-old Michael Lopez. He is considered armed and dangerous. Delta says it will offer bonus Sky Miles and travel vouchers for passengers who are impacted by the global IT outage. The airline dealt with more cancellations over the weekend, but hopes to get back on track starting today. Let's check in with our meteorologist, Troy Bridges, for our next weather forecast. Good Monday morning, Troy.
Good morning, Chris. Today, a little bit more humid and a little bit warmer than we've seen over the past few days. Because of that, we'll have the chance for a couple of those pop-up afternoon storms. We warm to a high of 84 degrees, close to our average, but again, with more humid air working in, it will feel even warmer, feeling more like 90 degrees or at least the low 90s heading into the next couple of days. You see the green bars indicating a 30% coverage, so it won't be widespread, but a few of those pop-up afternoon storms after 2 p.m. And there is the next weather futurecast showing just that. A few pop-up storms on through 2 o'clock this afternoon, but especially through the afternoon around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It will not be widespread, but we will see a couple of pockets where the rain is fairly heavy and we have some thunder and some lightning to deal with. No severe risk here. We're not talking about strong winds that could lead to damage, but we will see over the next couple of days that chance for some of those storms to pop up because of this humid air. That continues through Wednesday, but by Wednesday, rain chances do increase even more, all the way up to a 70% coverage. Today's high temperatures in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s, 84 in Detroit, 78 in Ann Arbor, and then early in the morning tomorrow, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 64 for Detroit, and 59 in Lapeer. Here are the next 7 days. You will see rain chances up to 70% for Wednesday, with highs staying in the mid 80s, and then right around 80 for the high on Thursday and Friday, Chris. And notice perfect timing for the end of the week and the start of the weekend. We dry out with lots of sun.
Looking good. Thanks, Troy. That's a look at your headlines. We'll be back later covering stories that matter to you on air and streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.